Welcome to the WDW News Today podcast. My name's Eric Morton. Guess who's back?
The dinosaurs.
Tom Corliss is back.
We're back.
At least for a moment. For a brief moment in time.
That being said, we're going to try to pre-record several shows before I leave. Will we be successful? Tune in to find out.
Where's the magic 8-ball that says no?
We're going to try. We're going to try.
We're going to try. We want to thank you for joining us. The WIGS are here live in the chat. WIGS members get to join us at the $7 and up level each time we record live to see this nonsense before it gets edited down. If you want to learn more about becoming a WIGS member, there are many other benefits: early access to events, early access to some of the merch drops, discounts, even free tickets to some stuff. So you can go to patreon.com/WDWNT or WDWNT.com/Patreon. Thank you to all the WIGS watching.
Yes.
You make this happen each and every week. Warning, there are segments of this show where we might eat food. If you don't like that, maybe Billy will put in timestamps when he edits this, so you can skip ahead. We also banter and don't get to the point for a while, so if you also want to use those timestamps, you can skip ahead to that.
Yeah.
That'll save you some time complaining in the comments. All right. It's a big day. Obviously, it's a big week for everybody.
We are on the eve of a cataclysmic weekend.
I mean, and so much is happening.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Disneyland Halloween. You had the Beak and Barrel Media event. Cracker Barrel changed their logo twice. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce got engaged. I mean, it's just too much for one person to bear. Then you have Food and Wine tomorrow. We have Halloween Horror Nights starting. D23.
Scream is tomorrow as well.
Oh my God.
Friday is Destination D23 and the official opening of Beak and Barrel. And the official opening of Horror Nights. Saturday and Sunday's more Horror Nights, more Destination D23. Monday is Detour WDWNT, which is our event where we're officially reopening the museum. Tuesday is like the one day I have things personally scheduled because it's like my kind of half day off. But I think on Tuesday we have to record 5 podcasts. Maybe, I don't know.
Tuesday's my day off, which meant I got home at 6:30 last night. It's just... it just never ends. We got a lot going on.
We're recording this early because the weekend is crazy is what we're saying. Oh, and the Boneyard. The Boneyard's closing.
Oh, no, not the Boneyard again.
Don't be mean to the Boneyard. I legitimately love the
I know
Boneyard.
you do. Every time we walk past, I have to tell Tom, no digging. Please, Tom, stop. Your knees and hands got filthy last time. You had to take your shoes off to dump all the sand out.
I was 10 years old when the Boneyard opened, and I think that's still an acceptable age for playground usage. What is the cutoff? What age should you stop enjoying the Boneyard?
I think it's about 10 or 11. And then you pick back up again when you're like retired and you have a metal detector and you walk along the beach.
Sand play only.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like playing in the sand.
Yeah.
I feel like golf, you play in the middle of your life, you play like on the golf course, like hitting the golf ball out of sand bunkers. And then when you get older, you're back on the beach digging holes to find bottle caps and whatever your metal detector picks up.
Or the new trend is I've seen younger men, not like teenage men, but like in their 20s, 30s. They'll go with their girlfriend to the beach and like they'll buy those remote control like excavation sets. Have you seen these?
Is it real
like
though?
The cats
is that like really a thing?
It's a thing, and they come with like plastic barricades, and so they'll barricade a little bit of the beach, and then remote control like dig up.
Do they beep
the
like
beach?
Beep,
yeah, they
beep.
make noises and stuff. They're expensive. They're like very expensive remote control toys.
And we hear all about how like this generation of young adults can't afford to buy houses. They're like,
well, it's because they bought
just because you bought a $4,000 mini beach backhoe.
Oh, they're that much. They're probably like they might be $800 for like a set. They're pretty expensive, I believe.
I mean, why not?
I've looked in case you can't tell. I've looked into it, probably for a News Tonight bit. Honestly, I probably wanted to do some like fake construction bit on News Tonight, and I was like, "This is too expensive. I will."
I'll bet a young adult using the miniature backhoe could have built Tron Light Cycle Run faster than it actually got built.
Miniature Tron Light Cycle Run opened in 2020. It has a man, what is the? I butchered it. What's the name of the famous like miniature railroad trains? Like the company makes those.
Lionel?
I know Lionel. That's not the one I was thinking. I was thinking about the bigger scale.
I don't know all the scales.
Something. It's like 2 letters. Something and something.
A B&O or
no? B&O is a type of railroad.
I don't know.
Have you ever played Monopoly?
We have reached the limit of my railroad knowledge.
We'd have Rosanna
tracks.
on the show. Rosanna's at home screaming at the computer about how wrong we are about railroads right now.
I just know Lionel. And my dad had old trains that...
No, Lionel was on Thundercats. That was Lionel.
If I don't move on... leave it to me to actually try to get this on track. All right. We have, first off, the Voices of Literacy. And then we'll have a fake intro. Those are new drafts all over the floor.
By you doing that, now Billy's not going to make an intro
No,
for
it's
it.
better when I do it. It's more fun. It's not so fun when you just wait for someone to
We
like
should
play
have
a
Eric
pre-recorded
draw
clip.
a graphic, and you like don't even like make it better. Just have it like the piece of paper slide up into the screen.
I'll do it on my iPad right
Voices
now.
of Literacy, and it just slowly raises up. It doesn't have a fancy animation. It's just real bad, and it doesn't pull back down. It just goes over us, and then that's how it leaves.
And then just someone says live, those are new drafts all over the floor. All right. This one.
LGB. That's the name of the train.
Okay, LGB. All right. This is from Florida Panthers, one of our viewers.
Is that Florida Panthers Rosado 2020?
Uh-huh.
I think that's the YouTube name.
2015. Yeah.
Oh, different year.
Maybe they won a different time. I don't know. Florida Panthers have had a number of successful seasons. Maybe we make a new email address every time they make the finals. I don't know. But, hey, Eric and Tom. Been listening for almost 2 years now, and has been fun listening to y'all. If there was an IP you had to put into Epcot, what would it be and where would it go? Me personally, I would love to see WALL-E replace Mission Space and celebrate what makes us humans so special. Cheers, and that's cut off, or I would say his name, so I apologize.
WALL-E makes sense because after we're done with the festival, we'll look like the people from WALL-E, and we'll need a floating chair to get out. So
yeah, I mean, look at me after just 95 items at Disneyland. I'm feeling great, Tom. I can't wait. Anyway, we're required. The bosses have said you guys must put an IP into Epcot for some major attraction. What are you going to do?
I didn't get this ahead of time, so did you?
I didn't either.
I
just
you
printed
just
it.
read it now.
Yeah.
What would I really like to see? Oh boy. I mean, a robotics exhibit of some kind with like Baymax and Wally and like all the Disney Vincent, all the Disney robots.
Maximilian
Through time, yeah,
is your
all
host.
of them. They're all in there. I don't know if he's the host, but he's at least there's an Easter egg.
Spinning blades.
That would be really fun. I really hoped after Finding Dory came out that they would kind of convert the theme of the Seas with Nemo and Friends to that Marine Life Institute and actually have Sigourney Weaver like record the voiceover. I thought that would be so fun. It'd be like, yeah, it's based on, they said the filmmaker said several of the things in that movie are based on, like they went to the living seas. They went to the Seas with Nemo and Friends to do research for that movie for the aquarium part.
Yeah.
And so I think that'd be super fun. I guess that's an IP that's already there though. So that's kind of a blah answer. Inside Out. Inside Out.
I was going to say my cop-out answer would be to take your Inside Out idea from the Wonders of Life Pavilion, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I think you've eloquently talked about it before.
Yeah, and I've said before, I think in 2025, mental health is a thing that we need to raise more awareness of. And so it makes perfect sense that an Epcot Pavilion teach us about that. And there are literally 2 movies about mental health. Yes, they are kids' movies, but they tackle big subjects. And so those are great characters that teach people about mental health. And I think it's a great way to reinvigorate that pavilion. I mean, a Cranium Command style show with those characters is it's a no-brainer. I guarantee you, this is not some genius idea. I guarantee you artwork and plans exist in the halls of Walt Disney Imagineering for this. It's just getting someone to buy off on it. But I know, of course, it's been said to death at this point. There were plans for the Imagination Pavilion that included Inside Out. And I think Pete Docter, who is a tremendous person, the head of Pixar, Also understands the fandom really well, was like, we're not replacing Figment. Are you nuts? That was the end of it. He's like, I'm not touching that. But it makes perfect sense across the way. And now that Play Pavilion is dead, I hope we are, not long from that being a reality.
And I'll say it again. I've said it a million times. Sorry if you're tired of hearing this one. Obviously, we were given artwork and promises about Mary Poppins in the UK Pavilion at Epcot.
Yeah.
I don't know that what they were proposing was a very exciting addition, but I've always said I want the chimney sweep show on the rooftops of the pavilion there. I want a chimney sweep dancing show on the rooftops. One day, someone please listen to me. I think that would be great.
I just want an Admiral Boom face character to come out once an hour and shoot the cannon off the roof. Like,
yeah.
Mary Poppins needs an e-ticket, right? It's like we waited 20 years for The Lion King and Beauty and the Beast and all those to get their e-tickets finally. Mary Poppins has waited 65 years. Like, give it, is it that much? 1960? Yeah, just 60 years. Mary Poppins has waited 6 decades to be an e-ticket. Why is it not yet? Just do it.
None of the big ones get e-tickets, man. No Cinderella. She gets a castle.
She's got a million. That's been in a million shows.
She's a classic, though. Yeah, but I want to ride.
There's no good ride. The villain is just a woman. Like, it's just
you could
an
ride
old lady
in a carriage driven by mice.
What excitement is going to come of Lady Tremaine being the villain in your e-ticket? What's she going to do? Like, go like this at you?
No.
Oh,
so
I'm going to make you sweep.
It's got to be
immersive
to this like Universal Harry Potter level, right? Where the whole area is like that. You start there, you go through the transformation where you're going to the ball. You ride in the coach.
Yeah.
You ride, it somehow turns into a pumpkin at the end, and then you exit through a place where you're able to buy glass slippers that are, specifically sized
and
for
Erebus Brothers glass pumpkins.
No, they're ones you wear. You get to you get to buy some shoes.
So it's like
on
that.
The way
It's
out.
like the wand experience, but with the glass slipper.
Right. So they select one lucky kid.
Idea.
Yeah. Right.
How long would it take the Erebus Brothers people to make custom glass slippers? I imagine that's actually really hard. That's got to be.
I think for a number of reasons you don't actually make glass shoes. I feel like you're looking at a lawsuit there.
Well, they could give you a piece of paper that says "Do not wear." It says "Do not wear" and "Do not microwave, wear, or machine wash."
Or they appear to be glass, but they are not.
Well,
Something
Erebus
like
Brothers. I think it'd be cool.
I don't
if
want to get the Erebus
it's
Brothers
molded
wrapped
to your
up into
foot,
this.
but you could buy it and you put it in like a display case at home.
Oh, you put your foot into this like mold, and they dump molten glass on your foot so it sizes it perfectly. What could go wrong?
I think they do that at a SeaWorld. There's a SeaWorld where they do that, but it's with like melted beer bottles.
All right, it's snack time, Tom.
Oh yeah,
weird snack time. We need a song for that. Weird snack time.
And another Eric graphic.
I'll draw snacks. Which do you want to do? I have two with me. Which one? The Ritz chocolate sandwiches, or the
do the savory first,
or the Doritos garlic prawn flavor.
I don't want the last
I don't know what language that is
for the next hour of the show to be prawn. So how about we start with the prawn and end with the chocolate?
These are.
Where did you buy these?
World Market.
Okay.
They have all the weird stuff.
Were these $6?
No, they weren't that bad. But it's funny because there's the young woman who's working at the register. I walk up with a bunch of this stuff. I go, sorry, we bought a bunch of weird food. And she goes, real deadpan. It's all we sell here is weird food.
That's also what they say at the Italy booth. So this is garlic prawn?
It tastes like garlic shrimp.
Yeah. Not really in a good way.
Almost like too much. Like it.
The back end's real bad. It's real fishy on the back end. The garlic flavor up front's not bad, but then it gets real fishy. Those are not great. It makes me miss my garlic shrimp popcorn from Tokyo Disney.
On a scale of 1 to 7, I give these a 2.
2. I agree on that, 2.
Also in Asian characters of some kind, rich chocolate sandwiches.
So I remember I was very young, and I remember having Ritz crackers and being like, these would be good with chocolate, wouldn't they? And I was like, they should make Ritz chocolate cracker sandwiches. And then it happened. They come in little sleeves. You could share.
Yeah. I would like to share my Ritz
I'm going to
chocolate
chew real close to
sandwich
the
with you.
mic so everyone complains of
I'm
it.
going to chew far away. I feel like the ratio's off. I think there needs to be more chocolate.
The problem is Nutella happened. And so, like, the perfect combination for a Ritz cracker is Nutella.
I just think the ratio. I just think there's not enough chocolate. It's kind of dry because there's so much cracker there.
We got to find the Reese's Oreos and the Oreo Reese's. We must find them.
In the meantime, the Ritz chocolate sandwiches, I don't know. What do you rate? 3? 4?
I think they're 4. They're solid.
All right, we'll go to 4.
They're fine.
4. All right, good.
Well, I want to try those Oreos. You know what I tried over the weekend? I loved. Rosanna bought Sprite Chill, and she's screaming at the computer again because I drank them all because I'm an idiot. Sprite Chill. It's zero. It's Sprite Zero with cherry lime flavor.
So it's not like a colloquialism. Hey, do you want a Sprite and Chill? It's just a drink, Sprite Chill. All it is Sprite with
It's
different...
hard to drink out of this cone. The straw doesn't work great.
I transported that all the way back from California just so you would have a happy little cone
I appreciate it. I
to
love
drink out
this.
of. I'm a bigger fan of the Victor Geist, but
They're both cool, but this I've wanted for so long since Halloween started in Carsland. I've wanted to take home a cone, and I love this.
yeah, it was a fun time. I love Halloween. Really, just all the Halloween stuff at Disneyland is pretty special, pretty fun. So a little jealous that they get so much good stuff. Are we ready to go? You want to jump into our topic, or do you have any other?
Why is Katie?
BS you would like to?
Katie's on vacation right now, but she's watching this.
I don't know. Maybe she has a break in the action. She get ready for
Go
dinner. Or,
vacation. Don't watch this.
don't act like you're not addicted to the game and that you're keeping an eye on things
watch
when you're
what
off.
any of you do. I don't care.
I know, but you watch what gets published on the website, and then
That's fair. Yeah,
you don't watch any of the shows. My last show, I literally said, like, Tom, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? For like 3 hours straight, and just to see if you'd notice, and you didn't.
Okay.
All right. Shut Up Joe said World Market is nuts. I love it, but damn, they have weird stuff. That is true. There's weird food at World Market.
Yeah.
An endless supply, a lot of which is in my office now.
My favorite thing about living in Japan was I would just go to Lawson and just walk up and down those snack aisles and just look for the weirdest thing imaginable and be like, this is my treat for how much I walked today.
I did bring back another gift from you for you from Disneyland, which was a peanut brittle.
Oh, yeah.
And usually on my last day at Disneyland, I will run into the store there and grab a toffee for Lori and a couple bags of peanut brittle and a peanut butter square for Lee.
Yeah.
Because for whatever reason, we can't have nice things in Florida. You can only have to get those at Disneyland.
Because of peanut allergy.
Yeah. And
They exist in California also, by the way.
Well, so anyway, I grabbed the peanut brittle,
Yeah.
not paying too much attention. And I guess I should have looked maybe on the shelf. They had a sign somewhere or something like that. It's Harvest flavor peanut brittle. So
It's not peanut brittle. There's other nuts in it.
yeah, it's Harvest brittle.
Yeah.
So they have the three things that they check off the box on the bag, like brittle, toffee.
But then you have to look at the back to see what you've bought. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
If Eric had just looked at the front of the bag, you could see it's not Disney.
I was in a hurry and I was buying things for many people at the time, and I was trying to
try it
be
on next
kind
week's
and
show.
thoughtful. And I have to say, I'm not impressed with it, but
I'm trying
we'll
it on
test
the next.
it live
I'll try it
on the next show.
one.
All right.
I would have my spidey senses would have gone off just looking at the shelf, or maybe if I would have been that crazy, I would have picked up the bag and be like, "This feels different."
No, this is like the shelf is near where you get in the line.
Yeah.
And I saw people coming. I was like, well, guess I better grab my 2 packages and get in line before I'm in line for a half hour.
And then you found out.
And then I found out
missed
that
out
was a
on peanut
mistake.
brittle.
Missed out on my peanut brittle.
Missed out.
And so my whole trip to Disneyland was a waste. Oh, well.
Whole trip.
Before we get going, I just want to briefly mention Carousel of Products because we have invested a lot of our time, energy, effort, and money into developing some of these products. The Gertie inflatable dinosaur is really selling quickly. We've sold a lot of them. We have several left to go, but we've sold a big chunk of them, and we're selling more and more every, several times a day. I'm seeing it come across. Hey, we sold 3 or 4 or 5, 6 more. So that's very exciting. We have a new shirt.
We didn't bring it into the room.
Well, luckily we have the editor right here in the room. Do you want me to hop out and get the shirt?
Go get it? Yeah, please.
You know where it is?
Because we do have the WIGS watching live, so they could see it early.
All right, we'd like to present
the unveiling of a new shirt. Actually, those of you not watching live, this will be old news by the time you saw it. So on news today, every time we talk about Beak and Barrel, I yell about something because there is a new Barker bird who apparently is a descendant of the old Barker bird. But of course, we just loved the old Barker bird whose name was Peg Leg Pete. And so we made a shirt that says, the cone's probably in the way, "He's still Peg Leg Pete to me." And there's some fun little nods to the old facade of the attraction and such on there. Billy did this art, and it's great. And
good job, Billy.
And it's a great shirt to wear to the Beak and Barrel if you manage to get a reservation, or even otherwise. Why not?
Wear it sitting at home in front of your computer, banging on the keyboard, trying to get a reservation.
Even like we did a special version of I don't know where this will be visible, but there's a special, which one? That one? There's a special version of the Carousel of Products logo that's a treasure map that we made for this shirt. So these will be available. By the time you're watching this, when it airs, these will be available if they didn't sell out. But otherwise, I think tomorrow or Friday, they're going to go on sale. Maybe tomorrow early for WIGS members.
CarouselofProducts.com for all of your needs.
If you're watching this when it airs formally next week, this is already available. So go order it, please. You didn't mention the magnets at all. The magnets have been a hot seller.
They are selling like crazy, and we are very excited about all the magnet possibilities out there.
The Magnet of the Month Club is probably launched by the time you're watching this. I don't have any of the details, but it's on carouselofproducts.com. That's all I know.
We'll be launching the Magnet of the Month Club. That is correct.
Yes, original theme park characters in collectible magnet form because Disney will never do it. There you go.
All right. So recently we received an email from our friend Daniel, and Daniel said, "Hey, Tom and Eric, I DM'd Tom on Instagram, but I didn't want to get it lost. Eric, we met briefly before at MK last year when you and Jason were reviewing food, so hey again. This is a continuation of a conversation me and Tom had waiting for Starlight a few weeks ago. Here are some notes I have on things to do at the hotels. Some are obvious to us, but I'd love to hear what you can add to the list. I mentioned possibly doing a podcast on this. Aims for things to do outside the parks, at the hotels, or Disney Springs. Let me know what you think you would add." So we're going to go through some of these fun things for you to do that are not going to theme parks when you come to Disney World.
So the basis of the conversation was the resorts at Walt Disney World are a world onto their own. Look, people know my thoughts on the Disney World theme parks. I don't think they're the best of the Disney brand. But I think the things that make Disney World particularly special, or in some cases more memorable than the others, there's 2 things. Number 1 is table service dining and lounges. And number 2 is the resort hotels. No one has better themed resort hotels than Walt Disney World, even with the damage that's been done irreparably over the last several years. Even with what DVC has done to us, we still have the best Disney hotels or themed hotels in the world, I think, although Vegas makes some strong points, I will say. So the idea is there you could spend whole days at hotels doing activities. And in fact, we did a Fort Wilderness special on News Tonight a couple years ago, and there was a montage where I showed we spent a whole week there for my birthday, and we did all the different
mining
things.
for gold, having marshmallow roasts,
the Segway tour,
doing the Segway tour.
I want to do the Segway tour again. That was super fun. I love that. Yeah,
Was it you that had your canoe reservation canceled for alligator? Who was that? Something was canceled for wildlife.
We had the fishing excursion, and you came.
Well, that was
and it
weather.
Canceled. Yeah. I didn't have the canoe.
Someone was doing something that was canceled because there were too many alligators in the
that
canal
pond. I could see that.
Yeah,
see that for sure. But let's. These don't seem to be in any particular order.
Perfect for us.
Yeah. So go ahead.
All right. We start off with Port Orleans French Quarter, the Mardi Gras Parade. There's a few things there, but there
That's
is a
once
Mardi
a year.
Yeah, once a year there's the Mardi Gras parade. Scat Cats Jazz Club in beignets. Obviously, Scat Cats is a thing that I've discovered really more in the last year or two, where I think when I'd been there before, I hadn't really been there. I'd been to the area outside there where they sold beignets.
So
the club wasn't open.
That was Scat Cats. That's always
Yeah.
been Scat Cats, that
Yeah.
little lounge. But as the beignets grew in popularity, they decided there was an opportunity here, because this is exciting, because I think this is the third of 4 shows in a row I get to say this name. There used to be a table service restaurant at Port Orleans French Quarter next to Scat Cats called Bomb Familles. And Bomb Familles closed very early in the resort's history. I think 9/11. I think that was when that happened, but don't quote me. It might have closed before that. So Bomb Familles closed and was abandoned, and then Scat Cats went through a remodel. And while they were fixing the existing Scat Cats, they opened Bomb Familles, and I remember I went like 10 times because I was so excited to sit in that space. But then when they were done, they expanded Scat Cats to the Jazz Lounge with live music, which is one of the coolest things in all of Walt Disney World.
It's really great. I think that it's maybe only Thursday through Sunday or something like
It's
that,
weekends,
where they have the live music, but it's really fantastic. Very talented musicians.
Yeah.
It's a cool vibe.
Good drinks.
Decent food, good drinks. I've had sort of, the service has been a moving target there because I think they get a little bit too crowded for their staffing sometimes.
Sometimes it's I've been there on club nights with music where it's a ghost town.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes they're taken off guard when a bunch of people show up, and so they're understaffed is what I think happened.
Yeah. But that's a great idea for something to do on one of the evenings when you're here on your Disney World vacation. Anybody can go there. You can pull right up to the gate, just say, hey, I want to go to Scat Cats. They'll let you in. They don't give you the shakedown like they do at so many other resorts. So.
Those beignets are an anomaly. Walt Disney World and like pastries, like particularly bready pastries, don't mix. I don't know how they turn out so good. I think they're better than the Disneyland ones. They're fantastic.
Oh, they're definitely better than the Disneyland ones. Yeah.
The Disneyland ones are good. I don't know how we do it, but we do it.
Daniel mentioned Riviera rooftop fireworks. Your mileage may vary depending on if you can get into Topolino's or what you got to do to get up there, but it is very nice. Yeah. You can get a good view of the Epcot fireworks there too when you're staying at Riviera. You got if you're on the correct side of the building, I guess. Where there's
it's the incorrect side.
But if you're in the appropriate side for fireworks, you'll see
from your room.
Yeah, from your room.
From the closet rooms.
Right.
The closet rooms have it. Something else you could do at Riviera, bocce.
Yeah, please. Anything to keep those like 12-year-olds from throwing the bocces 100 miles an hour all over the place.
My favorite thing was when that opened, they had the bocce court and it was just concrete sides.
Yeah.
And they realized the concrete was cracking from people hitting the bocce balls, and then they had to reinforce it with wood. But there's still cracks, I think, in that like outer layer. If you go look at it, they might have fixed it by now, but there were cracks for the longest time because no one realized that the bocce balls would destroy the concrete.
Right. Don't expect to be able to drive into Riviera if you don't have a reservation.
Park at Caribbean Beach, but you can't park at Caribbean Beach either. They're crazy about it there too.
I am not going to talk about that.
So you can't even really park at Caribbean Beach.
You take the Skyliner.
You can Skyliner over to Riviera like a trash person, I suppose.
Like the rest of us.
And then if there's a thunderstorm, good luck getting home.
And some of these you need to stay there. Like we have Stormalong Bay at Yacht and Beach Club. You have to be staying there, right? They gatekeep that pool. Yeah. That's a very large and popular and beautiful, lovely pool.
The best pool at any Disney resort in the world.
Yeah, some people say that.
Lazy River.
I think we made a good case for Poly at one point. But yeah, I think Stormalong Bay is widely considered sort of the best.
Yeah.
Probably the largest.
Other fun things to do there, like get to go ice cream from Beaches and Cream and sit outside, or take it over to the pool area if you're staying there, or
Yeah. It's great.
What other little activities they have there? I don't. One thing I want to say that across the board, there are great recreation things that we're not going to mention on this list. One of my favorites is every single resort now has a scavenger hunt.
Right.
And so you pick up a button, and every resort has a different character to look for, and you look for them on multiple days. Mm-hmm. And if I think it's 4 days or 5 days in a row you get it, then there's a prize. So you should do that. I know we want to do a vlog Rosanna and I have talked about it. It's really Rosanna's idea. Rosanna's talked about doing it several times where we go to each hotel and do the scavenger hunt for a couple days in a row and complete it. And so we might do that at some point. It's a fun little thing for those of you with kids or, emotionally stunted adults like us. You can go do that.
Fat Test of Travel says in the WIGS chat, mentions going to Sebastian's over at Caribbean Beach.
yeah.
Absolutely. One of the best deals on property. I think the last time I went there, wasn't it $35?
It's a little more than that. It's still
It's like a family style meal for $35 a person.
The vegan meal is like one of the best on property. Like they have a whole vegan version and it is spectacular. They're both versions are great. That bread pudding, man. I think it's better than the Ohana one sometimes, but that's me.
All-Star Movies. There's a 3:00 staff dance party.
You jumped. Where did you jump to?
Oh wait, I jumped over a boardwalk. You want to do boardwalk?
Yeah.
We started.
Surrey Bikes. Well, there is a video on. Is it on this channel or the other channel? I don't even know.
I don't know. I think it's probably on the TV channel.
There is a Man vs. Park we did, where we raced Surrey Bikes around.
Don't do that. I'm sure it's probably against a rule now after seeing what the havoc.
Well, it's
that
not because we didn't race side by side. We just tried to go as fast as possible.
We ran
And
time trials.
They don't tell you not to go fast.
Jason Diffendahl almost killed someone.
He did.
And then Katie says, Jason, you almost hit that guy. And Jason's response is, I rang the bell. Like, I guess, Your Honor, I know I murdered that person.
Remember
but I
when-
rang the bell.
Like in an old Warner Brothers cartoon, were you in my cart?
No.
No, Nick was. Some guy came out with like a wood plank,
Yes.
when they walk across with a window.
Right.
Cake Bake Shop was under construction as it was for several years, and they came out of construction walls with like a wood plank and came across the front of the vehicle, and we had to swerve out of the way. Surrey bike
Good
rentals
times.
are fun. Just that hill at Swan and Dolphin is
It's
a
pretty
menace.
intense. You got to get out and run up that hill with the bike.
Yeah.
And then people claim you're a cheater, even though there was no rule set ahead of time that you had to remain on the bike the whole time. And you'll win decisively, and then people try to call that victory into question. I've heard that. I don't know if that's true. You should check it out yourself.
Yeah.
All right. Then we have the All-Star Movies 3:00 dance party. The staff does a dance party. Is that the pool? Where do they do that?
The moral of the story is check the recreation sheet when you go to a hotel at Disney World. They try different things all the time. I've never been to this, by the way. I didn't even know this was a thing. That's cool, though. I want to go see that. I want to see what that's all about.
All right. Grand Floridian, where I've never stayed. The Cinderella photo pass shoot.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, it's upstairs. It's next to M. Mouse. It's under construction right now.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll see if it stays. I mean, they used to have Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique. They used to have the tea room thing. Like, there's a lot of things at Grand that, because of the lobby remodel delaying stuff, didn't come back. Obviously, boat rentals are a thing. We'll talk about the fireworks cruises. Some of them depart from these resorts around Magic Kingdom area. That's
Fireworks
a thing.
cruises I highly recommend. And
They're cool. They're not
as I recall, it's
terribly-
not as absurdly expensive as I thought.
You
it would
would
be if you
think
divide
it's
it with your
more.
group of people.
But even so, like, even if you consider like it's someone's birthday and you want to take a group of like 8 people out, like it's not an absurd birthday or anniversary thing to do. It's not going to break the bank. Trust me, there are a million things at Disney World you could do that are special that break the bank. The firework cruise is probably underpriced. I hope Disney's not listening. I know they are, but Disney PR people watching, don't tell the rest of the company that those are underpriced, please.
Magic Kingdom Resorts, you have the electrical water pageant.
Yeah,
the best part closed.
The best thing.
And that does it. You don't have to walk down to another one. It stops at the Grand Floridian. It stops at the Polynesian. It stops Contemporary. Stops at Fort Wilderness. Stops at Wilderness Lodge. Like, they can go all night with that. And I always smile. I can hear it from my house. It's always nice.
No, but the best one, of course, is of course, we're a dinosaur company. So it makes
The best part is that Tom's like, yeah, that's from the Super Mario movie. And I'm like, oh, no, Tom. I grew up in the 80s. That was a song. That was like on MTV, like in the top of the rotation at one point. Walk the
That was
Dinosaur.
my first exposure to it. Was I'd never heard that before the Super Mario Brothers movie. What's funny is I think the Super Mario Brothers movie and that version of Electrical Water Pageant are from roughly the same year. So that song must have had some kind of... What year is the original song from?
Walk the Dinosaur. If I were to guess, I would say it's like 86.
So it had some sort of resurgence because I think that was 91 was the update to Water Pageant. 92 or 93 was Super Mario Brothers. Walk the Dinosaur. Why is that
1987 by Was Not
Okay.
Was. Yeah,
So I mean, it's still. I guess it's still pretty relevant. When
that was
the
pretty close.
When was the bad Super Mario Brothers movie?
It was in the 90s.
But early 90s. They've tried to bury it with this new one. Oh, 93. So just funny. Yeah, I mean, a couple years later, 91, it ends up in Water Pageant, and 93, it ends up in Mario Brothers movie. I think that's probably, I haven't done the study, but I assume what made that like culturally relevant forever was Super Mario Brothers movie. I think it would have probably faded away. And that like brought it back. And then anytime you did anything relating to dinosaurs, you had to like have that song involved.
I think that was probably the first version historically of the Gertie dance that later evolved into Nick's version. Because they do that with their arm.
Oh, do they?
Oh yeah, they don't do it like Nick goes crazy with it. They walk the dinosaur.
That's the walk like
it's
an
kind,
Egyptian.
it's kind of
Yeah.
like that. You have
So
to
they
watch. You have to watch the video of
They
it.
regurgitated the Egyptian.
There was a time when everybody had their own dance move, right?
The 80s had a lot of group dances. Yeah.
So that was a thing. Let me see if I can pull that.
You know, like the electric slide.
I'll teach
The
you.
electric slide was brutally murdered by that other one, though. Why can't I think of it?
The cha-cha slide,
Cha-cha
the
slide,
Cupid shuffle.
I hate it. They killed my poor electric slide. But I tend to think Walk the Dinosaur would have been culturally irrelevant.
We might have to
wasn't
cut this
for
out
that.
for copyright reasons, but
Just put it on mute. I just need to see the dance.
boom, boom, aka boom.
Oh, there's scantily clad ladies dressed like cave women. Oh, that's not the band I would have thought played this song. That's not
They're
at all.
funky.
That's not at all what I would have thought the band
these guys are funky.
of this looked like. That is wild.
Yeah.
He's wearing a bow tie. There's cave women in this, and he's wearing a suit and bow tie.
It's good stuff, man. You missed out.
I thought there's a dance. Where's the dance?
Hold on, the dancers are gonna come out. You watch.
Oh, he's doing.
He's doing a different.
dance.
He's doing. A
Oh,
different
there's
version.
some legally clearable old cartoon.
Is
with
that like an old
dinosaurs.
Gertie? Here they come.
I don't know.
So the cave girls come out and they do the dance. And on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur. There you go.
Oh,
Walk
kinda,
the
yeah.
dinosaur.
They kind of did it.
Yeah. Boom, boom, aka boom.
Oh, that's terrible. Did people really do that? That feels like
No,
it's out of like
I think
the
it was more
60s.
like,
It's
yeah,
a
I don't
joke,
think
right?
people on the dance floor were doing this.
Okay. Like
but
that's something.
the
out of
song was
like,
still popular.
1960s.
Yeah, the song was still very popular. Anyway,
I mean, it's a bop, man.
so there you have it. That was Walk the Dinosaur segment on the WDW News Today podcast. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back next week, another musical segment from the 80s. Will we walk like an Egyptian? Is that what you want to do?
No,
I want
that's
to do
not- that's
Jungle
no-
Love.
That's neither of those
More
is
Stay in
Walk
a Time.
the Dinosaur, man. They broke the mold when they made Walk the Dinosaur.
All right. Next up, Port Orleans Riverside. Yeehaw Bob. This is 8:30 Wednesday through Saturday. I think it's sometimes Thursday. I don't know. Maybe it is Wednesday through Saturday. But Yeehaw Bob.
Every time
a
I
legend.
go, he's just not there, and it's unannounced. And Rosanna's still never been to see him, and we keep trying, and we got to try harder.
I've been there 100 times.
Yeah.
It's a good time. It can get a little crowded in there.
Oh, you
so
gotta
get there
go
early
early.
if you want a table.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're going to be kind of lounging around, just scoping out
You're never
tables
there
and
at the right
hoping somebody leaves. But yeah, Yeehaw Bob, he's a legend, and it's a good time.
He played in
Again,
our studio.
Yeah, he's played in our studio.
Yeah.
Again, they will let you in. You just tell them at the guard gate that you're there to see
problem,
Yeehaw Bob, and they will welcome you in.
There's a lot more at Port Orleans Riverside that's not on there. Fishing.
Yeah. Fishing at a number of resorts now, right?
Yeah.
Fort Wilderness and Port Orleans Riverside and others.
So there's that. There's also bike rentals.
Yeah.
They have the bike rentals and the Surrey bikes. They have both of those there. I feel like I missed. Oh, the horse carriage, horse-drawn carriage ride.
Lots going on there. All right, Fort Wilderness. There's a number of things, including the aforementioned gold mining. But the big one is the Chippendale Campfire Sing-Along, I think, is probably the most probably the most Disney-fied version of an event there where you get to hang out with Chippendale. Obviously, things like Hoop-de-Doo Musical Review and all these other ways. Just driving around in a golf cart at Fort Wilderness is a good time. And you can rent a golf cart there from them. And
it was fun. I learned how to do archery.
You did archery. Did you say, I'll be shooting for my own hand?
I think I did at some point. I think I did. Oh.
How could you not? How could you not? All right. What's next? Hold on. I lost my spot.
There's a lot of recreation at Fort, by the way.
Tons. Old Key West, Sunset Party Fridays. I actually don't know what that is.
Hold on. I photographed an ad for it. Funny enough, we were taking a nice leisurely walk a couple nights ago at Old Key West. Some of these resorts, one thing we like to do as locals is if there's a resort that will let you park, go and use that as a place to walk.
Yeah.
But I will say, obviously some of these they won't let you park, but there's plenty where they will. Old Key West being one of them where they're usually pretty laid back. I don't remember when I went. I gotta find when I went to. Was it before Vegas? I don't even know. Maybe
my whole summer is a blur, Tom.
I think it was before Vegas.
I've been to Disneyland, three times in the last month and a half?
Sunset Celebration Fridays. Join us every Friday before sunset for a celebration. This nighttime event is inspired by the festival at Mallory Square Dock in Key West, Florida. It's an experience of multicultural happenings and watching the sun sink into the water. Our interpretation of this Key West tradition will include dancing, activities, and crafts as the sun fades away. Please join us on the Turtle Crawl for our sunset celebration.
Yeah, so a couple things. Number one, sunset's a big deal in Key West. If you haven't been to Key West,
oh, really?
The real Key West, yeah. In fact, last I knew, so there was a hotel there, I forgot what it was, and then it became a Margaritaville hotel. But right next to it is a place where you can dock a cruise ship. And there's something in their agreement that the cruise ships have to be gone before sunset because they don't want them blocking the sunset for all the people staying in their hotel. It's a big deal. Now, I don't know the origin of Turtle Crawl. I just know that there's a very popular bar in Key West called Turtle Crawls. I don't know if I don't know what Turtle Crawl actually. There's all kinds of. So I don't know I don't know which came first, the turtle or the
maybe it comes
crawl,
from that bar. Maybe we have to.
Who knows? This. Yeah, I don't know.
I will say Turtle Crawl, one of my favorite drinks on property. Very tropical, very sweet. Gurgling Suitcase is the place, man. But they'll make it, fun fact, they'll make it at Vero. We went to the bar at Vero, which is one of my favorite Disney interiors on earth. It's just so pleasant and wonderful. I'll send Billy a picture or two, probably at 1 a.m. the night before this is released. But we were sitting there and they asked, what kind of drinks do you like? I don't know, tropical stuff. And he starts making something and the other bartender goes, you ever had a Turtle Crawl? And I was like, yeah, at Gurgling Suitcase. He goes, yeah, that's the place. Would you like one of those? And I go, yes. And he just stopped making that drink and I had a Turtle Crawl instead.
But you've never been to Key West proper?
No.
Oh,
it's just the hotel.
It used to be. When I lived in Tampa, I could fly there for $99.
Yeah.
Silver Airways, I think they just declared bankruptcy. I think they had one from Orlando too. It's like an hour to get there. Otherwise, it's a very long drive. But it's totally worth it. Key West is really a great long weekend destination.
Okay. I like living my life backwards. I like having seen all of the themed entertainment versions of a place.
And then see the real one.
And then see it and you're like, oh, I get it now. And I really like that. That is, look, that is a asinine way to live, but it's the way I've been forced to live. So let me have this.
Right. No, it's great. And I don't know if cruise ships even pull in there anymore. I think there was a time when a lot of Disney cruises would stop in Key West and then they just didn't for a while. I don't know. Let us know. I've never been on a Disney cruise that stopped there, but I have seen Disney cruise ships in port there before.
They've stopped there. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. You know what? I
while ago,
did
wasn't
stop
it?
there a long time ago.
Yeah.
But we didn't get to dock in like the Key West part of town, like near downtown. We actually had to dock. There's like a little Navy base, and so we had to take a shuttle into town. And every time you went on or came off the Navy base, they would board the bus and check everybody's ID, like the military would, because you're coming aboard a military installation.
I assume maybe it was only big enough for the Magic and Wonder there. Or was that?
I did it on the Magic, yeah, and I've actually seen the Magic in there before too. So
Okay.
I imagine it's not
All right.
it's not the biggest port. All right, Wilderness Lodge.
Margaritaville stops there, said Jason.
Oh boy. Well, that is. I don't know if that's worth sailing aboard Margaritaville or
You
not.
really wanted us to do that. You're like,
It was
it's
$59.
You're like, it's this cheap. Let's just go and see how bad it is.
You have to. I imagine to go to Key West, you have to sail the one out of Tampa because the other one is only a 2-day cruise and it goes to Nassau and it goes right back to like West Palm or wherever.
We should when this eventually this schedule will have to relent, and we should just pick up and go on a $59 cruise and see how bad it is.
Yeah, until you get the $10,000 doctor bill
Wow,
for
that's
whatever you catch on
food
that ship.
poisoning.
Yeah. Old Faithful at Wilderness Lodge. It's 7 minutes before the hour.
Yes.
That's a good one.
There's more stuff at Wilderness Lodge.
Oh, there is more. Well, a lot of these have. I think it's on here somewhere, like marshmallow roasting.
Yeah.
A lot of these have that. I would say like I did
trying to
it
think unique
at
things.
Saratoga several years ago, and because of I assume liability and safety and legal stuff, they managed to turn into something that's not at all fun because it's like a 20-minute safety brief and they put the marshmallow on your stick for you and tell you how you have to hold it, and then they watch you hold it and then make you play. You know what I mean? It's just very like by the numbers. It's not like this very organic kind of fun time. It's sort of like, okay, everybody hold it over the fire now. Yeah. Okay, count to 10. Okay, everybody take it off. It was just, it was still fun, but it was.
When we went camping at Fort recently, my first time camping in my life, one of my favorite things we did was just we made s'mores on that dumb little, what do you call that? The thing that comes with every campsite.
That little barbecue grill
Yeah,
thing?
the little barbecue thing. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what to call it. It's literally a metal box you throw coals into.
Yeah, it's just a grill. It's
Yeah,
a grate.
it's
I don't
kind
know
of
what
a
you want to-
grill.
A picnic.
In the loosest
Grate,
sense
yeah.
of the term, it is a grill. And we made vegan s'mores, and it was very nice.
What? Never mind.
What? Go just
I want to know what's in vegan s'mores.
vegan s'mores means you get vegan marshmallows,
But I mean,
Hershey's dark chocolate,
okay.
because dark chocolate is vegan, and vegan graham.
Graham crackers are good to go.
I don't know that all are. Some are made with honey, so I think you'd
Only
have
the
to,
good ones.
I would guess the ones she bought did not have honey in them. Although
Yeah.
I think literally they're still honey made brand, but they didn't have honey in
Yeah.
them.
I guess I don't know what marshmallows are made of. Sugar,
Do you want to know?
milk. I don't know what's in a marshmallow.
You know it's in Jell-O, right?
bones. Is that marshmallows have
Marshmallows.
ground up bones too?
It creates the texture.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for
Yeah,
I
it
like
turns out
bones.
Jell-O and marshmallows both feel like, oh, we just made synthetic garbage to put in our bodies because we're Americans. And then you like look into it and you're like, oh no, it's ground up bone. We ruined even these things that look like they should just be the synthetic garbage we make that kills us young in America. No, we're like, no, it's actually made of animal parts.
It's bones.
Enjoy.
Nice.
Look, don't get me wrong. I am not vegan personally, and I do eat animal. But yeah, I will tell you, I never cared for Jell-O to begin with. And then once I found that, I was like, I'm really never having Jell-O again.
Yeah, but I like gummy bears and stuff, and I think they might have bones in them too.
They do. Yeah.
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 Who knew
Delta-
bones were so chewy and delicious?
Delta has vegan gummy bears. The Vigo Bears.
Oh, really?
And every time I get Vigo Bears, I start reciting Ghostbusters 2. He is Vigo!
I mean, but you fly Delta, don't you just get the Biscoff cookies and move on?
Oh,
with your
no.
life?
There is an elevated snack selection, depending
Oh,
where you are
for you.
on the plane. Yeah, it's very fancy. That has like Vigo Bears. There's like some sort of like dark chocolate cherry granola bar thing that's very good. Things change. Oh, I like there's mustard flavored mini pretzels. They have like
Okay.
a dusting that's like mustard.
Yeah, I think I've had
Those
those.
are pretty good. I like those.
I don't know. When you fly different airlines, it's weird the snacks that they have. That's how I discovered Stroopwafel. I think it was. I usually didn't fly. Was it United? United used to have like Stroopwafels if you flew in the morning, and I was like, man, that was really good.
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm this old and I've never eaten a Stroopwafel. And then every now and then I'll see them somewhere and pick them up.
I've only had the energy ones, the ones they give out at like the Disney races. Have you seen those? They're pretty decent, but I'm excited. Like where we're going in Europe is where they're known for that.
Okay.
So we're going to Belgium. So
Yeah.
I'm going to go to Brussels and Efteling. The Efteling.
Efteling you.
Wow.
I'll be stuck here.
Oh, right. You didn't go to Europe already this year. Like a month
I was
and a
gone
half,
for a week.
A month and a half ago.
All right.
Oh, man.
All right. We have the Animal Kingdom Lodge, the Savannah View. You can get down there from the lobby, check it out.
You could see a
Cool area,
giraffe
other places.
beat the hell out of a
He chopped
Red
him
River
aggressively.
hog.
He aggressively chopped him.
Apparently, also that week, the zebras jumped over the barricade.
It's wild out
We
there.
chose not to post that one, but the zebras apparently do this very often. They can jump the little. It's like an electrified thing
Yeah.
that looks like a palm almost. It like has 5 points.
Yeah,
They can jump that. There's nowhere really for them to go because there's a fence after that.
but like a couple years ago, like a young zebra ran into a wall and died at
Yeah.
the. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully they make it a little safer. I don't like the idea of them jumping over barricades or running headlong into walls. I understand people enjoy the savannah. It's cool. It's just sad that happened, and maybe they can do something to make it a little safer. Sorry to be a downer. Oops.
I mean, we could tell the other story. I think I've already told the story of how the other giraffes died on the safari, so I won't tell that one today. Moving on. And now someone will
It's a
write
circle
in,
of life. It's
Voices of
nature.
Literacy. How did they die? It's in one of these. Go look it up. I've already told that story.
Saratoga Springs, the pool horse race. I know nothing about that, but it is a resort based on a horse racing town. What?
I need to see this.
Is it just like
And then I
hobby
need to do
horses?
it. It's a pool horse race, so maybe they're like
Swimming?
inflatable.
Okay.
I must know. If it's just on the side of the pool, it can't be. You can't have people running on the side of a
deck.
wet pool deck.
No, you have to be in
It's
the pool.
got to be in the water. It must be a thing. I also like Saratoga has that cool slide that looks like it's like what's the thing at the start of a horse race? I don't know what you call that.
The gate?
Yeah, I guess they're like stables that
Or
they
the
start in.
And they're off.
The gate, yeah, you're right.
Or the paddock,
They're
I
out
don't
of the
know.
gate. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. They're just gates.
All right.
We're learning all the things I know nothing about.
I've only been to a couple horse races before. I don't really know a whole lot about
I've
it.
never been to a horse race.
Well, I had a friend in high school whose family owned horses, and we went and their family's horse won a race at Tampa Bay Downs. So that was kind of cool. We got to go down on the track and after the race and all that kind of stuff. But then my nephew got married. He lived in Louisville, Kentucky. And I was like, my whole family, like I flew in and my whole family was already there doing something else, right? I flew in from Tampa and they all had already flown in from wherever. And so I was like, well, I'm solo for the next 4 hours. So I went to Churchill Downs just to see it.
Oh, cool.
And it was a horse racing day.
Oh.
So I went in, and Lee would kill me now because Lee doesn't like horse racing for pretty
it's
ethical
it's a little
reasons and all that.
uncomfortable, yeah.
And but I went in, and I had heard different strategies for betting horses, which was like, if one takes a big leak right before, that's the horse you want to bet on or whatever. So they parade them around in like this little paddock that's out, kind of that you get
you
real
go look
close
at 'em,
to.
yeah.
It's kind of behind the grandstands that you're in, and then you can look at all the horses and so what I found out real quick didn't work is bet on the horse that looks like it's the most ripped. Like the one that's like the most muscular and vascular and he's got veins and he's just ripped. No, that horse is going to lose. And then I was like, well, let me go in the opposite direction. What about the ones that are sort of more elegant?
That horse's name, Barry Bonds.
Long story short, I never figured out how to bet on horses,
Yeah.
but my last bet of the day, I was betting like $2 and $3 at a time. My last bet of the day was a big enough win to make me break even for. I think it was up $2 when I walked out of there, and that was just. I think my next technique was like betting on the names in alphabetical order. You know, I tried most ripped, the one that went to the bathroom, the one that was the most graceful looking that wasn't ripped, and every comment, the one that looked the most calm before the race, the one that looked the most intense, and then the one that won was just alphabetical order. So if you need any more gambling tips, please email me, eric@wdwnt.com, for all your game-winning tips.
You mentioned horses. First of all, I want to say I think I've seen a horse race from a distance, not the intended viewing area. The Westchester County Fair used to be held at the Yonkers racetrack, which is now also the casino where my parents can be found every weekend. So if you want to meet my parents, they are always hosting a meet and greet at the casino in Yonkers. Go find them every weekend.
Or at the nearby McDonald's asking them for the Happy Meal toy.
In between, either before or after, they will be at the McDonald's asking for the adult Happy Meal toy for me. But they'll be at the Yonkers Raceway Casino. I forget what it's called. It has a name. But I think from going to the fair, I saw horses go by racing. But horses came up for Fort. We didn't even talk about horses. Try Circle D. Just go.
Oh my gosh!
Go pay a visit to the horses. They're all very friendly.
I think at night it's really cool to walk through the stables and see the horses when they're chilled out and everything before they.
Well, they close
before
early.
They close out. Usually, like I've done the
end of the day,
like at Christmas when you go on the little sleigh rides or whatever they call them.
Yeah.
We were able to still go in and look at the horses as they were getting ready to bed down for the night.
I mean, obviously the pony ride is adorable. You could do the pony rides. The horse ride's fun. Fort just has so much to do. It's such a shame that Disney ripped the heart and soul out of the place, but there's still lots of fun stuff to do there. Spend the night in a shipping container and enjoy all of the recreation.
Wow.
A shipping container or eventually a 10-story hotel.
But you know how you could make that shipping container look really great? With a giant 8-foot tall inflatable dinosaur Santa Gertie during the holidays.
If you are staying at Fort this holiday season, you must have a Gertie. You must show off that you have the Santa Gertie because there's only going to be 1,000 of them. They're more than halfway sold out. And think about it, we are going to sell out before November arrives. And so people are going to see your Gertie and they're going to knock and be like, "Where did you get that?" And you're going to be like, "Well, it's sold out, but it's Carousel Products." They're going to be like, "Man, I wish I had one." And that whole season, you'll be able to show off something.
Let's do this. Sometime this holiday season, we won't tell you when.
Yeah.
We will be out at Fort Wilderness and we'll drive around in a golf cart, and any campsite that has one of our inflatable Gerties will give you some kind of treat.
Yeah.
Some candy, a free magnet, maybe
we'll see if we can get in.
We'll do that.
It's hard to get in during holidays.
Take your photo with Gertie.
I think Santa Gertie might be appearing at Fort Wilderness soon.
Like before this episode comes out.
I think it already happened by the time.
It's going on.
So Disney security, don't go looking now. It already happened. But I think we may have a video clip to share of Gertie visiting Fort Wilderness right now.
As we record this right now. Wow.
There she is at the fort. She's having a good time. There's our Gertie cam cutting to Fort Wilderness.
Cut to Gertie cam, Billy. There she is. This is me talking from the future. All right. The Caribbean Beach Rubber Duck Contest.
I didn't even know there was a thing.
I don't know what that is.
No idea.
Now, I have done rubber duck contests before where I like in Kansas City, I know there's like a sort of small river that runs through the plaza area, and it's like a big fundraiser where they put all these rubber ducks in there and they go down, and whichever one makes it, a mile away or whatever in this thing, whichever one comes across first, that person wins a big prize, and everybody else just donated a bunch of money to charity. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Character caravan comes to a lot of hotels.
Yeah.
You'll see that. You'll see the caravan. It's a big white bus. Is that what we're talking about?
It's not white.
Is it? Well,
It might
it's
have been at one
wrapped, but
point.
it's white but wrapped with characters on it.
It's many colors.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it
That means the characters
very
are there.
clear there.
Usually, if the bus is there, that means Nana's there.
I can imagine that their cast members have some pretty great photos of all of them in that vehicle with their like heads off going from.
And they're probably
location
posting them
to
right now
location.
because they're all upset. Do you know this?
Somebody got in
drama?
trouble for posting backstage photos or something.
no,
What
no,
happened? I saw it was touched upon.
Disney posted a video behind the scenes showing performers getting ready for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for Boo to You. So a couple of the dancers were shown getting their makeup done. And so all these, I want to say former, I don't think current people did it. A lot of former cast members got on social media and said, oh, we're allowed to post our backstage stuff now. Here you go. Oh. And so there's a flood on TikTok especially of previous or former cast members sharing their behind the scenes photos, which they're not supposed to do. I have not publicly spoken about this because anytime I say anything, people use it as an excuse to come for me and send me death threats and invade my personal life. So I choose not to generally do this. I'm going to give my 2 cents on this. The company can decide to show people behind the scenes. There's a reason those rules are in place because they can't control what you shot backstage. So I don't think it's right to do that. I think it's pretty childish to see a company put out behind the scenes video where they're trying to educate people how much work goes into something. Think about if you're those hairdressers, you're those character performers or those dancers, think about like how much of your workday is unsung. Like they see you out there perform, but there's people that work backstage that never get any recognition. Yeah, the veil's been lifted a little bit, but it's a nice moment of recognition for them. And, you know, to suddenly come out and be like, oh, now we're going to do this. Walt Disney was showing backstage videos when he was alive. That doesn't mean the rules didn't exist for cast members then, although it would have been a lot different back then to pull out your camera and take a photo.
You're quiet, you'll spoil Ma's birthday.
A plume of smoke. Oh, the Pirates of the Caribbean's under construction. Sir, did you take a photo? No.
I love how we've decided that Disneyland was constructed in the Old West.
Oh, did you take a construction photo, sir? No. Waving smoke out.
My favorite Disney production was when they showed that they took the video of them working on Tiana's Bayou Adventure, and the guy has a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, or the guy with the heater in his mouth. Yeah, that was hilarious. They're like, "Oops."
So Jason brought up specifically a CM fired for taking a FaceTime during a family emergency. That seemed to be real emotion for it. No, people were jumping in without even talking about that. You know, I get it. There have been tons of cast members let go for real dumb stuff over time. Policy is policy. Understand there's a family emergency going on. I'm sure you could get to a lead and ask for a place or maybe just take it as a phone call to start while you look for a place to take a FaceTime. I mean, the rules are spelled out. I get it, right? And certainly, look, there are managers in the Walt Disney Company that could show a little more compassion. I totally agree with that. I don't know all the parameters of that emergency call, and nor do I deserve to know all the parameters because it's someone's personal life. But, you know, it is what it is. But at the same time, like, the moment to come forward and be angry is because they showed 2 parade dancers getting their makeup done. Like, all right, guys. Is that any different from that when they like the preview videos of Starlight where they show them making the costumes to begin with? It's not different. Why? Because because the parade performers are getting ready now. They weren't princesses. Like they weren't known Disney characters. It wasn't a big deal. I think people just look for an excuse to do what they want on the internet.
But yes, the company can do things that its employees cannot. That's the nature of the business, right? You can't go set up a giant tripod on Main Street, but Disney can absolutely bring out a full Hollywood production set to film the Christmas parade. That's just the way it works.
Here's the other side of it that really should drive home the problem. Before that video came out, do you have probably any idea how many departments had to approve that thing? I will tell you, like we've talked to people in Disney PR. There are tons of great ideas they've had for behind the scenes stuff, but there's always 1 or 2 departments that'll be like, no, we don't want to show that to people. And so it's not like one person in the company was like, forget the rules. Let's film these people getting their makeup done. Like, no, it was someone had an idea. It went through every possible department. Everyone signed off on it, and it was filmed in a way that was approved. They shot certain angles to not show you certain things backstage. And there will not be that. They don't have that control over you with your phone backstage as a cast member. Like, you're not getting approval for every picture you snap on that phone. It's a completely different thing. I don't think Walt Disney said there will never be any filming backstage because literally the man showed them driving the Pirates of the Caribbean down the highway. Like, or playing with Jungle Cruise elephants in a parking lot.
Here's Rolly Crump working on some models.
Like, come on. Even if that wasn't a real space, like when they showed you driving the animatronics down the street, like those are the figures in a real world environment they're not meant to be in. He was lifting the curtain way before when he was alive. Right. And you're like, well, nah, I didn't get to take backstage photos. Like it's pretty childish. Pretty childish, but that's my 2 cents on it. I'm sure this will be cropped out by someone that hates me and used to ruin me, but that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
You I think had pointed out to me that there was that WWE show where they really show you behind the curtain.
Untold, yeah,
Untold.
On Netflix, yeah.
And so, I think there's a difference between the company curating what they want people to see, which is a very unfiltered look at how the production of that show works. Mm-hmm. I was never under any illusions that pro wrestling was quote unquote real.
No.
But I had no idea the effort and coordinated production that went into this, where they're talking to the referee's ear and they're saying, these guys are 15 seconds over. You got to tell them to cut that move. So there's a big difference between that. And you see that, this is all kind of choreographed backstage. There's a big difference between that and like Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns taking a selfie backstage after they just beat the crap out of each other in a ring and being like, bros for life. It is different. They're showing what they want to show you.
It's a good analogy because those are both businesses where the backstage is about protecting the business. It's protecting the illusion.
Right.
But the truth is, over time, like we now live in 2025, and for both of those companies, whether you're WWE or Disney, the truth is your audience has come a long way. They understand that this is art and it takes a real effort to make these things. It's okay to lift that curtain and still appreciate the art that is on stage.
And I think something like, especially with characters, I think it is good to let children believe that Cinderella is there and not show Cinderella smoking a cigarette and taking a selfie backstage or whatever. You know what I mean? I think it is healthy for everybody, not just for the company.
Joe was saying tripods. Tripods are allowed. They have to fit.
I said giant tripods, like big production.
When it
level
folds
equipment.
down, it has to fit into a backpack.
It has to be 52 inches and fit into or less than fit into a backpack.
Yeah, I mean there are giant ones
or
that
something
do.
like that. Yeah,
I assure you, security enforces that. Whether we have media lanyards or not. I don't bring tripods anymore, but when we did, I assure you, they used to measure our tripods.
We have to tell them and get permission if we're attending a media event and we want to bring equipment that is not like fitting in a backpack. If you want to bring a studio camera in or a giant rolling tripod or a steady cam or something like that, usually I'm like, hey, we're bringing a couple vlogging cameras and some
we have to list what
basically wireless mics that we can only use wireless mics that use Bluetooth or have a direct line in. You can't use RF wireless mics, for instance. There are rules for that type of stuff. So, anyway.
They're usually in line with park rules unless it's a major media event.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. A couple of these we've already been through. We get to Animal Kingdom Lodge, the Bracelet Challenge. I don't know what that is.
So the theme of animal, do you know what it is? Have you done it? What is it?
You go around and you do a bunch of different challenges around the resort.
Okay.
To different animals, and they give you little beads. They put on like a.
So as you learn more and more about each little area, you go around the resort. They give you a bead to complete your bracelet.
Until it finishes a bracelet.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
So for those that don't know, specifically Kidani, the shape of the hotel is meant to be a bracelet, or it's a necklace. That's why. So look, now the basic shape of a hotel could be block building of rooms and then tiny hallway and then block building. That is true, but the shape of the building, it's supposed to be two things. Number one, it's horns of a certain animal. I'm blanking on which animal it's supposed to be. I don't think
Ankole cattle?
I don't think it's supposed to be Ankole cattle. I think it's a different one. That's why I didn't say it. But that specifically, I think Kidani means bracelet or necklace.
Jewelry of some sort.
I think it means necklace. I'm looking it up. I'm rusty on I haven't stayed there in a while, so I haven't given anyone my spiel
We know Sana means bread service.
No, I don't think it does. The Wikipedia doesn't even have it.
All right.
No, it means, I believe Kadani means necklace. The general theme is or it's a village that's known for making jewelry.
Okay.
And so that's why if you go through Sanaa, there's a lot of, or through the hotel, in fact, there are a lot of glass cases with jewelry on display. It's very specific. But yeah, even the shape of the hotel is supposed to be a necklace, as viewed from the air.
Yeah, not from the parking garage underneath it.
No, certainly not from that ugly parking garage. No,
The worst.
incorrect.
It's unfortunate what is happening to that resort as well, probably due to things beyond their control, which is the view from there now into
192.
into 192 and
All
to
those trees.
Margaritaville
Yeah.
and the Sunset Walk.
It breaks my heart seeing that stupid fun spot thing.
Yeah, the big swing
the
thing.
launch
Yeah.
or the catapult.
There are some other fun things we can talk about. There's a play area at T-Rex Cafe.
Oh, we're not
in
sorry.
Springs.
This is hotels only.
We're gonna stay with. Let's stick with the hotels.
Stick with hotels.
Well, I think we've only scratched the surface. Really, there's so
a
much to
million
do at Walt
more
Disney World.
things.
Really, that's affordable, and you don't have to be staying there. You don't have to buy a park ticket. You don't have to pay to get on the bus or the Skyliner or on one of those boats or on the tram or on the monorail.
Yeah.
There's a lot to discover, and some of the best parts of Walt Disney World are free.
My main argument for people keep bringing up the rivers of America, and people are like, "Oh, the river," and all I can think about is every time I go to the Grand Floridian and then walk to Magic Kingdom, I'm like, why are people upset when this is out here? Like, this is actual natural beauty out here. Like, these trees were here when the property was purchased. Obviously, the Seven Seas Lagoon was not, but still, I mean, it's this giant area of natural beauty right outside the gate. You don't even need a park ticket to go see it. Like, shouldn't the point of the park be to handle the people inside of it?
Yeah, I think what people are arguing is in this one of the busiest places in the world you can go, there was within the gates, there was a little enclave where you could take a little break and take a little breather and get a little air and enjoy a little nature. And I get that. And I think there is value in that.
Why can't you step outside that park and get on a boat and go to lunch at a hotel and take a walk along the Seven Seas
You have to
Lagoon?
understand that a lot of people, Tom, don't have the advantages we have of an annual pass where they can go anytime they want, and time doesn't matter. Where you can
But
step
the
outside and go
time-
eat something. Take a few
The
minutes.
time you're going to spend walking along the riverfront, if I am to truly believe that there is more than a handful of people on this earth who go to Magic Kingdom and non-locals who go to Magic Kingdom and spend the bulk of their day walking.
It doesn't have to be
back
the
and
bulk
forth
of your day. It could be a memorable
across-
moment. You go
But
there for
then just go
memorable
outside
moments.
and have it. Either way, it's the same amount of time.
I don't think so. I think
don't
walking
get
outside the gate is a huge pain in the butt. And don't ask me. Ask the people who used to be able to, I don't know, smoke in the park and they have to leave and go.
We're not fighting for smokers now,
I'm
are
not.
we?
No, I'm not doing that. But I'm saying if you've been to the park with someone who smokes, it is a lengthy amount of time for them to step outside the park and go do their thing and come back. Where you had that in the park, I understand why people are upset they're losing it. It doesn't mean that I think one side is 100% right or 100% wrong. I know that you are firmly of the opinion, but you view the parks through the lens of a global institution of theme parks that exist where if you can't get a thing in one place, you can get it in another. That should be good
That's
enough.
not even the point. The point is the Magic Kingdom audience at large does not care. They don't
They're very
care.
loud about it.
Look at the difference in the number of people who showed up to the closing of Muppet Vision versus the closing of the Rivers of America. It tells you everything you need to know about which one was a mistake and which one was probably at the right time.
Well, that's about all the time we have for today.
We'll end on a note that angers half the audience. Let's do it.
Seriously, thanks for joining us. If you have other experiences you'd like to share in the chat, we would love to hear them. And we'll be filming a lot of these in the coming weeks. So if you want to have, submit something for the Voices of Literacy, Eric M at WDWNT.com or Eric at WDWNT.com. Either one works, I guess. And let us know. Talk to us on social media. Reach out to us on all our various platforms. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you next time on a WDW News Today podcast.
Sorry, I'm arguing with someone in the comments now. We'll see you real soon.